Welcome to a grocery sales shop and a little bit of food prep. I did a video last week talking about how I'm trying to take advantage of the sales every week, mostly for produce. I've always tried to shop the produce sales. I find it sometimes gives you a little bit of variety, gives you a really great price. But the other thing that I noticed is that whenever produce is going on sale, it's all fresh, brought in specifically for the sale because they know it's going to go quickly. I just know now when I go grocery shopping and something isn't on sale, the quality isn't the greatest because it's there a little bit longer sometimes because people aren't buying it because everybody is trying to stretch their dollars. So I got a little bit of produce this week and a couple of pantry items, and I also needed some everyday items. So I decided to take advantage of some of the sales to buy the things that I need, save a little bit of money, and then also have some stuff in the freezer and the pantry for when I need it. Now, I went to No Frills and Food Basics. I know before in my video I got a comment like, does it really save you money when you're driving around and going from store to store? No, you know, time is valuable, gas is expensive, but for me, I'm passing these stores anyways, so it's not out of my way. It's on my way home, so I just stop in, get what I need, put it in the car, and then go to the other store. I also did a little Walmart pickup order just for the odds and ends that weren't on sale, and then just some other household items, but there was something I was very surprised about. I was out of my jarred garlic, and this was the jar that I bought. I know there was one smaller than this, so when I ordered it, this is really the one that I thought that I was getting because I think it was $6.97. And when the girl handed it to me, this is the jar that she gave me. And I said, ooh, that's bigger than I thought. She goes, that's not the first time I've heard it. So actually that's a really great price, $6.97 compared to this little jar. I just keep it in the fridge. I just find it so convenient. So just one of those little things that at first I thought I was paying $7 for this jar. But when I realized it was this jar, I'm like, that's not too bad of a price. So anyways, here is what I got for sales this week and just a little bit of food prep to help me get that fresh produce ready to go for us to enjoy, and just a few little things to make breakfast and snacking a little bit easier. Here is this week's sales shop, $112.57. I ended up getting more than I thought I was going to because I thought some of the prices were really good. Broth was on for $1.25, so I looked to see how much I had and then I checked the dates. So these are all good until at least December of this year or January, February of next year. This one here is July, but I know I'll use it because it's chicken with white wine. So I got 3 chicken broth, 3 beef broth, and then I got a mushroom, the beef with the red wine, and then I got a chicken with the white wine. Chicken wings were on sale at No Frills. I just picked them up to throw in the freezer, so that way if it's Friday night we feel like chicken wings. This was $7.37. I do them in the air fryer, a little bit of salt and pepper, a little bit of barbecue sauce, good to go. Cheaper and better than buying the ones that are already all done. I got 2 more things of the Oreos. I saw that they had the double stuffed, so I'm gonna put these with the other ones. And my husband said, oh, you got Oreos? And I said, yeah, I got some last week too. And he goes, did you eat them? I said, no, I put them away for whenever we need them. And these are the little things that I like to have, so when our daughter comes home, it's, you know, you always want to send stuff back with them, so I'm gonna add that to my other little bin that I have. These were that special in my last video. These were $4, and these are just so good to have. You can do a sheet pan dinner with them with some vegetables, some sausage, quick, easy dinner, maybe a little bit of side salad. So I just decided to pick up 2 of these just for those nights where I don't feel like making a big dinner and this is quick. A couple of English muffins. I don't have any. These will go into the freezer. This was at No Frills. The 1 liter of buttermilk for $1.88, and the date is good till April the 8th, so I got 3 of them. I like to use it in baking and pancakes, so that way I can do a bunch of batch cooking and just freeze it, and then that will help me in the long run too, on the weeks where, you know, there's not something on sale or I just want to have that in my pantry. Just the store brand orange juice, and then this protein milk was on sale for $5 a container. The Fairlife is going up a lot more, so I like to get this because it's more protein and less sugar. Just got a white and a chocolate. Just coffee cream, it was $3. Just always nice to have a backup because I just don't like when I need something and I have to pay full price for it. The pumpkin yogurt, it was $3. It's just kind of a treat. Honey, I needed honey. It wasn't on sale, and I just decided to get it at Food Basics. Okay, Linus sat on the remote and turned the TV on, so I had to go turn it off. I got the good ranch dressing. I just got it at No Frills. It wasn't on sale, but like I said, there's some things I want to pay sale price for, and there's some things I want to pay full price. I got the cheese on sale, the old, and then the Mexican Fiesta. This is marble jalapeno cheddar. I thought this would be good for, tacos, or if I make quesadillas or something. I didn't realize that this one was 40% less fat. I was looking for the Monterey Jack jalapeno one, but they didn't have it. But it's on sale at Walmart too, and I need to get a couple of things at Walmart so I can get it there. Just got some bananas. And then Loblaws brand stores have these naturally imperfect. So these were $6 for these 6 peppers. I really wanted red, and there's 4 red and 2 orange. Some more zucchini. This was $6 for these really big ones, just to do more baking, and then also has to have a vegetable for dinner. And then the asparagus was $1.88 a package, so I got 2 of them. Cantaloupe was $1.88. Cucumbers were 98 cents. I got 2, and then the grapes were $1.44 a pound. We ate almost all of the red ones. There's only green ones left, so I decided to pick up some more of the red ones. So that is everything. The chicken wings are going to go in the freezer, and everything else is fresh or in the pantry. I'm just starting to put the things away, so I have the regular Oreos and then the double stuffed. We did use 1 box of the macaroni and cheese for lunch. I'm thinking of putting like a couple of gravy packets in here too. And this is the stuff that I'm trying not to use as much of, but I still want to have some of these items. So that would be like the cheese I would use, the Mexican jalapeno cheddar one. I have lots of bacon, I have eggs, and then I have cheese slices that would go with that. And then like this would be good for chicken, and then I could use the peppers to go in it too. So it's just a combination. Buying fresh, having pantry items, and then a couple of little helpers to help me with dinner, lunch, and even sometimes breakfast. We are gonna start off with prepping the produce. So some of the items I picked up this week, and then I have some carrots that were left over from last week's sale. And the first thing I'm gonna do is run some water, put some baking soda in here, and get the grapes in there because I like to wash them, so they are sitting while I'm doing a little bit of prep. So I'm just going to take the carrots and cut them up, and then I put them in a Rubbermaid Freshworks container. I've used these for years and I love them. I did the exact same thing last week and they were great. And I also used them for dinner one night because they were already peeled and cut up. And when I did my Walmart pickup order, I actually got 2 more bags of carrots just to be stocked up. And then I'm just slicing up the cucumbers so we can enjoy them. And one of the things I like to do is whenever we're kind of feeling hungry or snacky, I put out the veggies, a little bit of dip. You know, you grab a couple of them, put it in the dip, and it kind of helps you with that when you have that snacky kind of feeling. And, you know, doing carrots and cucumbers kind of fills that void of, you know, going to potato chips or crackers. I'm also making dinner right now, so I was just going ahead and cutting up my potatoes to make mashed potatoes for dinner. And that's really what I'm doing is just trying to use my time wisely. I'm not, you know, taking an hour or 2 here just to do as much prep as I can. I'm really just trying to fill it in as I'm making dinner. So that I'm just going to go ahead and take the cantaloupe. I clean the insides out. This is the way that I like to peel it. And then I'm just going to cut it up and put it in this container. And this was a really nice firm cantaloupe. I find sometimes you get them, they go mushy very quickly, but this was a really nice one. And the price for $1.88 was even better. Once the cantaloupe was all cut up, I just rinsed the grapes off with cold water, and then I just pulled them all off the stems and put them into another Rubbermaid Freshworks container. So we have cucumbers, carrots, the cantaloupe. We ate one bunch of the asparagus, and then the other one I just put in a jar with a little bit of water. It lasts longer that way standing up than leaving it in the bag. And the grapes are good to go, great for snacking too. And Hunter is always around when I am in the kitchen. So this is after dinner now. And I was going to take something out of the freezer for breakfast, and I'm like, you know what? Let's go ahead and get some baking done. So I will link the recipe down below. It's from Sally's Baking Addiction. It is called Simply Zucchini Muffins. This is the first time that I am making it. And of course, Hunter is in the kitchen helping me. So the only thing I changed was that I used whole wheat flour instead of all-purpose flour. Used baking powder, baking soda, nutmeg, and cinnamon. I put a little bit of extra in each because I like to have the spices in there, because my last zucchini recipe that I made, I felt like it needed more spices, and the nutmeg and the cinnamon was really nice. So now we're going to move to the wet ingredients. So I am using vegetable oil, and then I had to open up the honey. Now it called for a half a cup of white sugar. I'm just going to go ahead and use honey for it, and then it did call for a third of a cup of brown sugar too, and I decided to use that because I do like the brown sugar in a recipe. So then we're just going to mix this all up, and then we're going to add in 2 eggs, 2 teaspoons of vanilla, whisk this all up, and then we're just going to stir in the zucchini. And then it also called for 2 tablespoons of milk, and I was almost at the end of the container of milk, but I wasn't too sure because the last zucchini recipe that I made was really, really wet, and I didn't want this one to be as wet. So there's also a big lump of brown sugar in here that didn't break down. So as I'm mixing it up, I found it, and then I just removed it. So then we're just going to go ahead and put the wet ingredients in with the flour and the other ingredients here, and then we're just going to mix this up. And I was going to put chocolate chips in, and then when I went through my pantry, I had this bag of dark chocolate chunks, and I just put the whole thing in there. And then I also decided just to put the rest of the milk in here because it was a little bit drier compared to my last recipe. And then I just mixed it all up with my spatula, making sure that there's no flour pockets at the bottom. And I'm going to do these ones as muffins. So I have my oven preheating to 425 degrees. That is usually what Sally's Baking Addiction says for your muffins. Do them at 425 degrees for 5 minutes, and then you lower the temperature down to 350, and that helps to kind of give you those bigger bakery style muffins. While the muffins were baking, I thought I might as well use my time productively, so I got an onion and a green pepper out and just went ahead and sliced them up. I'm going to use them for dinner the next night, and I'm also filming all of my dinners this week, so that will be Sunday's video to share with you a week of dinners. The muffins came out and they looked so good. I wasn't sure about it. I was very happy with this recipe. I could have added some nuts into it also, but I was too lazy to chop them. So we just went with the chocolate chunks. So I cut it in half because I just wanted to taste test it. And my husband was curious too. They were really good, and we had them for breakfast with some yogurt and some berries. Really nice. So I have 5 of them out here that we'll enjoy. And then I put 3 in each container, and usually I freeze them. That's my plan, is to freeze them and then pull them out whenever I need them. So that way there's 3, 1 for each of us for breakfast. I like to do that quite often during the week because we eat breakfast by 6:30. And then we opened up a bag of the Smart Food popcorn that I got last week for $2.50. So I only had 4 of these Ziploc containers, and I filled them all up. I'm going to put the lid on, and then they're going to go up into that snack bin that I showed you last week. So I hope you enjoyed this grocery haul and food prep, and I will have my dinners video up on Sunday.